I pray that you will know this devil we are dealing with very well. You know, we have been taught to know God, but I've also been, I have been determined to know the devil very well and how he operates. Because if you don't know how the devil operates, he will always take advantage of it. I've seen how people get close to their breakthrough, very close. And Satan will now begin to bring suggestions. He will now begin to bring distractions. He nearly did that to the Messiah. When Jesus was about to step into his real ordination and calling, the Bible said, oh my God, when he was able to resist the devil, that was the big blow to the camp of darkness. Because Satan decided that, look, if you are going to fulfill this assignment that God has given you to come and die and save my people, then the people of God, then I must make sure that I frustrate that assignment. How did he intend to frustrate that assignment? He did it at the last hour when Jesus decided to embark on a fast. The Bible said he was so hungry, and that was a tempting moment for Jesus to give up. Have you forgotten what the Bible said? He had to prepare himself just to die for you and I, so that he will fulfill his assignment. In case you are here, let me tell you, one of your prime focus in life is the fulfillment of the assignment that God has given to you on planet Earth. In case you don't know, you must labor and determine to know your assignment on planet Earth. You can be doing everything, you can be doing many things, but the question you should ask yourself is that, is this what God has for me to do? Because in the day of accountability, he will ask you, have you been able to fulfill your assignment or not? That is the question he will ask you. Not the many things you did to please man, not the many things you even did for the church, but you see, there is an assignment for your life and your destiny, and that is what you must ask God for. So what I'm trying to say is that in fulfillment of that assignment, the devil is an expert in frustrating that assignment, especially in the last hour. So he came to Jesus. He succeeded in bringing Adam down. Then he came to Jesus. I can see you are hungry. This fasting you are doing, you have the power to turn these stones into bread now, so that you can help yourself. After all, you are a generous man. And Jesus, knowing his assignment and knowing what he has been called to do, refused. He did not stop them. Thursday, I told you something. The devil does not stop them. One of the things you must be aware of in this season is that Satan does not stop. So last Thursday, through our teaching, the Lord opened our eye to discover that in the season of warfare, Satan does not stop. So he came one. When he came the second time. And then he came the third time. He won in the first time in the Garden of Eden. Did God really say that you should not eat of this fruit? That was once, and man fell. Nyama. Man fell. But he came to Jesus the first time. He did not succeed. He came the second. He did not succeed. He came the third. He did not succeed. Then he left. What we are going to pray about this morning, see, that God will not allow you to destroy the plan he has for you this season. Because Satan is going to use you. He's going to use not the witches. And in fact, all the prayers we have been praying from day one, they are worried. They are not happy. So they need another plan B. And the plan B is that they will use you yourself, myself, to frustrate what God wants to do. So on Thursday, he said, expect these things in the season of warfare. And God brought us to the point to understand that Satan has not stopped. What he brings are distractions. When he succeeds in distracting you and taking your eyes off what you are doing or where you are take advantage of. Unfortunately for many believers, this is what we find ourselves in every time. So there is something I call disappointment at the edge of breakthrough. When you are about to enter into a season or a realm or a place of his glory, Satan will appear and then you become so disappointed. It is good to bind, it is good to release arrows, it is good to call judgment, it is good to do so many things. But you see, Satan is an expert of using you and I to frustrate our goals. I began a prayer and I saw the great possibilities that God has made available for my life and ministry. And I also saw the products and I saw the distraction that was coming my way. And I said, God, don't allow me to destroy myself. Because, like I said, the blessings that I installed, he will not use it for anything. It's for you and I. He said, I will not leave nor forsake you. In fact, the reason why you are alive today is because he wants you to walk in that blessing. People are dying every day. Ask yourself that, why is God keeping you alive? God is keeping you alive so that every promise and every prophecy concerning your life will surely come to pass before you leave the land of the living. Do you know how many times the devil wants to take our lives? If God gives him the chance today, he will kill all of us. So when God now gave approval to the devil to attack Job, he said, you can do everything to him, but don't lay your hand on his life. You know why? Because God had prepared a double portion of that blessing for him. That is the revelation. So to God, who is going to enjoy the double portion if Job dies? It is because God has prepared it. So he said, you can destroy everything, but make sure you don't lay your hand on his life because of what was ahead. Can I tell you this morning? The fact that you are alive this morning tells me, by the revelation I have in the word of God, that there are good times ahead of you. I'm telling you. If I tell you how people are struggling with their lives, if I tell you the kind of things people are going through, man of God, to talk is an issue. Somebody called me. He said, when I was a child, before I was giving birth to, they said I came out prematurely. So when I came out prematurely, my eye, one of my eyes was not actually formed well. So I came to planet Earth with only one eye. And then, when I grew up, I saw a fly in my room. So in an attempt to deal with that fly, mistakenly I threw my hands and my hands hit my eye. The other one. You are saying, hey. if the devil that is dealing with you is wearing Wellington boots, what that devil is determined to do is that he will make sure he used his hand to hit the other eye, and he said the other eye too. I don't know what is happening, man of God. Since that time, I cannot see. He said, I'm a graphic designer. So I do graphic designing with one eye. So the remaining eye, one eye that I can use to survive, now that one too is gone. So how am I good? He said, everything is gone. He said, what do I do? I said, the Lord, it is God that can help you in this matter. You see, there is nothing. At least you have life. Once you have life, there is hope. Fly. Somebody might see it as one. It's you that see everything normal. You see things normal. There are some things I see, I don't take it normal like that too. You see things normal. Fly in an attempt to deal with a fly has caused the guy. He called me yesterday. I said, we will pray that the other one that you were using to design, God will restore it. And for the other one you came to earth with, that one, We need to trust God, but it is possible. But as it stands now, let us first of all believe God that the one that was working before will still work. A young man came to me on Thursday, and his story, I'm telling you things that the devil does to frustrate God's plan for us. He came, he said, I'm an eye surgeon. I don't know why eye people are coming to me these days. I'm an eye surgeon. What I have to survive is my license, and I have gone in to write my exam for about 3 or 4 times. I have failed. He said, but I know within my heart that all the questions I was able to answer them. I came back from the examination room and I checked the questions and what I answered, and I know in my heart that I answered it well. But you see, I am not able to practice as an eye surgeon because I don't have my license. And I said to him, from today, this license, go and register for the next exam. That thing that has risen up against you to frustrate your work as an eye surgeon, because he cannot bake bread. He can't bake bread. His own is to work on eyes. Do you know that people are doing certain jobs now that are not their field? Yes. I know graduates who are carrying concretes and doing labor work. When you ask them what is happening, they can't tell you anything. They can't tell you. The devil is so wicked to the extent that if you don't know him and you know how he operates, you'll be sitting down and then you come and sit beside you and you don't know that he's beside you. What he's seeking to do is that he's constant monitoring and making sure that, you see, when you are about to enter into your place of rest, then he will show up. I pray for you this morning. Let it never be said of you that you got close to the day of his glory and the time of his blessing and Satan robbed you. Let it never be said. Because I know what it means. That is the reason why everybody can go to the embassy for a visa. You alone. When you appear, it's as if the embassy is against you. Everybody will go somewhere, things will begin to happen for them. You alone, you appear and you don't know what is going on. So what the enemy does is that he's an expert to resist. Do you know Satan can resist prayers? Do you know that? When I ask Daniel, he will tell you. When you go to heaven, and I pray that all of us will be in heaven, when you see Daniel, ask Daniel, he will tell you. From 21 days, the Bible said the very first day, God told Daniel, the very first day you started this 21 days journey to fast and pray, I, the Lord, released the answer. But the prince of Persia decided that you will never see the manifestation of this answer. And you know what God did? God now had to send a reinforcement, to send another angel. There was one that was sent to bring the answer, and Satan resisted that one. I've been thinking about these things, man of God. So sometimes we need to be very dynamic in our prayers. You see, your prayer should not be one way. Sometimes when you cut here, so that you know that no, there is something. Because some people think after prayer you have prayed and that is all. Who told you? When you do prayer, you must do follow-up. Hello? Some of you pray and don't do follow-up. That thing that God, I presented before you, can you tell me what is the answer to, what is the status of this petition? I pray that you write it down. I said do follow-ups on your prayers. Because you petition God, you are believing God for an answer, and the answer is not coming. What you must ask God is that, Father, are you aware that I have presented something before you? What is the status of that situation, that matter? And that is wisdom.